welcome back to my new channel. Today's video is going to be an extension of my previous video on stacks, and today we're going to talk about the consensus mechanism used by the stacks blockchain, which is known as the proof of transfer. So we're going to talk a little bit about how did this unique consensus mechanism actually came into origin, and what is the difference between this consensus mechanism and different consensus mechanisms that are normally used, let's say like the proof of work or the proof of stake. And we also want to understand the underlying technology behind this consensus mechanism, proof of transfer. So let's get started. So in order to understand the proof of transfer consensus mechanism, we first need to look at the different normal consensus mechanisms. So first, if we talk about the proof of work, the proof of work makes use of electricity to compute certain calculations, which are then used to then mint new cryptocurrency units. Then if we talk about the proof of stake, then we have validators who dedicate a certain amount of economic stake in order to mint new cryptocurrency units. Now I'm going to talk about another consensus mechanism which might not be known, called as the proof of burn. And this is interesting for us because proof of transfer is actually a modified version of the proof of burn. So the proof of burn actually destroys units of already an existing base cryptocurrency in order to mint units of a new cryptocurrency. And you might question, why is this kind of a consensus mechanism actually even exist? That's because by destroying the units of another base cryptocurrency, the miners can actually tap into creating this new cryptocurrency without having any hardware requirement or having the computing resources themselves, because they can just rely on destruction of this base cryptocurrency. And this is what the proof of burn states. But stacks realize that this burning of base cryptocurrency is actually a very futile attempt at creation of new cryptocurrency, and this can actually be recycled in the process, can be used elsewhere. And that is how the proof of transfer consensus mechanism came into the picture. The idea being that this base currency which is being destroyed is now actually going to be transferred and going to be used in this process, and that is why this consensus mechanism is known as proof of transfer. So that was a very high level overview of how the proof of transfer works. We basically transfer the units of another base cryptocurrency to mint units of the new cryptocurrency. Okay, so now that we have some clarity as to what the proof of transfer looks like, now let us get into the entire mechanism of how the proof of transfer works in the case of stacks. Now, since I mentioned that there needs to be a base cryptocurrency which is transferred in the process, in the case of stacks, Bitcoin is used as this main base cryptocurrency. So now you might question why Bitcoin is used as the base cryptocurrency for stacks. So the reasons behind it are very simple. Bitcoin is one of the most popular cryptocurrencies out there. It is the oldest blockchain protocol, it has the highest market capitalization, and because of the way it is designed, it is one of the most secure cryptocurrencies out there. So it made the most sense for stacks to use Bitcoin to secure stacks as the base cryptocurrency. Now that is out of the way, let us now talk about the exact mechanism by which this whole proof of transfer consensus mechanism works. So if you're a miner, the first thing that you do is you transfer some Bitcoin or BTC to the stacks protocol, and this is done for a chance to win the block reward and a transaction fee for a new stacks block. Now once you, along with many other miners, they send in some BTC, there's a leader election done, and it's done through a weighted random function. Weighted because it takes into account the Bitcoin sent by each miner, and the probability of winning the block is higher with higher amount of Bitcoin invested. Once this election is complete, the winning miner has the right to now commit new blocks to the stacks blockchain, and then they receive the correct block reward, that is the newly minted stacks plus the transaction fees. Now this is how the whole process looks like on the miner's side. Now, but in order to complete the whole economic cycle of proof of transfer, since we mentioned that this Bitcoin that is being sent, this is going to be transferred, this is going to be utilized within the chain. So where does this utilization actually happen? Now this happens in stacks through something called stacking. Now stacking is this process of holding and locking up stacks tokens. So you might question, why would anyone stack their tokens? That is because the Bitcoin that we mentioned that was sent earlier back by the miners is actually given out as rewards to the people who stack their stacks tokens. And this is a very genius way for the stacks protocols to incentivize more and more users to stack up their tokens to participate in the decentralization of the network and to earn Bitcoin rewards on the side. So this is how the whole proof of transfer consensus mechanism works. I hope this video is of value to you and has also piqued your interest in the Stacks blockchain. If you like this video, then please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be creating more content around blockchain. That's it for this video. See you again next time. Bye bye.